Guys, it's Doona here. Today we're going to focus on opening up the hips as well as the shoulders, getting some lateral stretching in as well as some twists. So there's going to be a lot going on. All right, so if you haven't followed my channel yet, for the past 2 to 3 weeks, we've been focusing on how-to videos, tutorial videos, every Friday. So tomorrow I'm going to film how to do birds of paradise. This class today, hip opener and shoulder opener, is specifically designed to help you prepare your body to get into that advanced posture. Okay, so if you don't want to do birds of paradise tomorrow, this is also a great yoga class to really help you open your body. All right, so we're going to get started in child's pose with your big toes to touch, knees wide apart. Sink your hips down towards your heels and lower down your forehead. Stretch your arms over your head and relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Taking deep inhales and exhales through your nose. Ujjayi breath. Constricting the back of your throat to create that audible noise, that oceanic noise. Breathe in. Let it go. Good. On your next inhale, rise up to tabletop position. Stack your knees underneath your hips. Then step your feet back into your first high plank position. Wrists underneath your shoulders, broaden through your chest as you draw your shoulder blades apart. Protract your shoulder blades. Draw the navel in, firm up through your quads. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. First down dog of class, so feel free to create any movements here. Warming up through the hamstrings and the calves. Warming up through the shoulders. Press into all 10 fingertips. Keep broadening through your upper back. Open through the chest. Keep your feet where it's at and walk your hands back towards your feet for your first ragdoll pose. Spread your feet about hip width distance apart. Then grab opposite elbows. Dangle your torso down. Bend your knees so much that your chest connects towards your thighs, lengthening through your lower back. Then interlace all 10 fingertips behind your back and lift your arms over your head up towards the ceiling. Back of the neck is long. Pull your sternum down towards your toes. Try to lift your hamstrings up towards your glutes, but keep your chest connected to your thighs. So again, feel free to bend your knees a lot or a little. Good. From here, you're going to release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on top of your shins or even on top of your thighs, as long as your spine is flat. Exhale, hinge from your hips and folds. Relax your forehead. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. One more halfway lift here. Inhale. Then from here, bring your right palm underneath your right shoulder. Bend your right knee and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Keep your chest lifted and pull your sternum forward so your spine stays straight. Then flip your left palm, bend your elbow, and place your left hand either to your lower back on the right side or between your hip crease, going into that half bind. Use that half bind to peel the left shoulder back to open your chest towards the left. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Reach up. Exhale, plant your left palm. Relax your forehead, relax your neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your left hand underneath your shoulder. Bend your left knee this time and reach your right arm high. Same thing on the other side. Peel your right ribs back as you lean your right shoulder back. Flip your right palm for that internal rotation. Right hand behind the lower back or between your hip crease, whatever is accessible for you. But wherever you are, use that half spine to open up through that right shoulder. Inhale, stretch your right arm up, reach up, exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, walk your feet back to downward facing dog. From here, bring your feet hip width again. Peel your heels slightly out. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, right leg high. Lead with your inner thigh, hips stay square. Then as you exhale, open your right knee, open your right hip. Make big circles with your right knee, going one direction first. Then switch directions. Get into your inner thighs, your glutes, even through your side body. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Can you physically tap your arm? Maybe not today, and that's okay. As you push your hands into the floor, round your upper back, then step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. First, lizard lunge. Feel free to rock your hips in circles, keeping your chest lifted. Maybe drop your hips down even more. Then find stillness. Point your right toe slightly out to about 45-degree angle. Roll onto the knife edge of that right foot. With your right hand, place your hand inside your inner thigh and twist over to the right. So you're opening up that right shoulder back, broadening through the chest. And here's Kissy again, joining us for our class. Again, here you can make circles. If this is too much for you, you could always drop that left knee. Yeah, so whatever feels best for you. All right, just getting deep into those hips. This is going to really help you open it up for birds of paradise. Awesome. Let's come back to center. Replant your palm. Lift your hips. Point your right toes forward. Try not to drag the right foot back as you step that right foot to down dog. Rather, same action. Push your hands into the floor. Lift your chest, round your back, and use your core to hover that foot. Step it back, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. At any time, feel free to come into your child's pose. Take extra breaths to slow down the body. Left side here. Inhale, left leg high. Lead with the inner thigh. Flex your left foot down. Exhale, bend your knee. Open up your hip. Make big circles going one direction first. Try to bring even weight into your two hands. Switch directions. Get into your side body. Inhale, left leg high. Lead with, roll your left outer glute down. Exhale, gaze forward. Shift forward into your high plank position with your left knee to left elbow. As you push the floor away, use your core to step your left foot to the outside of that left hand. You could always come onto your fingertips to keep your spine long, chest stays lifted. And then right away, start to bring awareness, noticing which side feels tighter. Where do you feel it the most here? For some, you might feel in that right hip flexor, the inner thigh area, the left outer hip. Everybody is different, so just take notice. All right, so getting deeper into the hips here. Again, you're going to roll your left toe slightly out. Come onto the knife edge of that left foot. With that left hand, place it inside your left inner thigh as you push your knee out using that hand. Roll the left shoulder back, open the chest. Breathing. You're working here. If it's too much, drop that right knee and just focus on opening up through the hip. Good. Come back to center. Same action as you step back to down dog. Pick it up using your core. Try to make little to no sound as you step that left foot back. Downward facing dog. Good. You're going to keep your feet where it's at. Walk your hands back towards the feet once again. Bring your feet outer hip width. Then point your toes out. Point your heels in. Bend your knees and sink down for Malasana. Frog pose. So again, if you need to sit on a block or two, feel free to do so. Feel free to keep your hands on the floor. Get deep into the inner thighs. Notice if your glutes are firing up. If they are, you could always take a break by taking a forward fold. We're here for 2 more breaths. You got this. For those who are pretty open, you could always bring your fists together and then widen through the hips even more. Yeah, so the goal is to point your knees out as far as you can. Good. Plant your palms, forward folds. Walk your feet hip width. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Arms over your head. And exhale, hands to heart. Samasthiti. Let's take a break from getting inverted here. So we're going to stretch into the shoulders, getting into cow face. Place your right hand behind the neck. Left hand underneath. Option to grab your shirt. Maybe just place your hands behind your back or interlace your fingers. From here, you could always take a slight back bend. Find some extension through your spine, especially if you're hunching over your desk all day long. Maybe take some lateral stretches. Lean your chest towards the left. Keep the heart open. Come back to center. Same thing on the other side. Left hand behind the neck. Right arm underneath. You could find stillness if you did on the other side, just focusing on the breath. Maybe close your eyes. Or if you take a back bend, please do so on this side, getting deeper into that left shoulder. And then maybe into that lateral side stretch. Again, getting deeper into the shoulders here. Good. All right. Go ahead and release. Shake it out. All right, let's come towards the top of the mat. Setting up for warrior two. Point your right toe straight forward. Bend that right knee over the ankle. Then step your left foot back. If Kissy's going to let me, thank you. Okay. So remember, in your warrior two, if you haven't watched last week's video on the warrior two to side angle videos, please do so if you're still lost in that warrior two. Okay, so you want to draw a line from your right heel towards the back arch. Good. Restacking that right knee over right ankle. Tee out your arms. Keep your shoulders square. But your left hip is slightly internally rotated as you roll the right inner thigh up and back, finding that external rotation. Inhale, sink deeper into your front knee. Hold on your exhale. Inhale, stretch your right arm forward. And exhale, right forearm on top of right thigh. Reach your left arm up. Okay. For now, keep reaching up so you don't dump all your weight into that right forearm. Find length through both side bodies as you draw your sternum forward. Flip your left palm, bend your elbow behind you, and again, left hand behind the lower back towards that right side, or if you can, between the hip crease. Good, so opening up through the chest using that half spine. It is a rotation here, but lengthen your tailbone towards the back of your left heel. Keep the half spine, straighten your right knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach your right arm up and over, lean back. Peel your left shoulder back. Good, now we're gonna go back into our side angle. This time, bring your right hand to the inside of that right thigh. Don't worry about touching the floor. You could also grab your block and place the block to the inside of that right foot. Okay, now we're going to set up for our full bind here. Okay, so full bind, layer one. You're going to need your strap here as well. You're going to place the strap in your left hand. Then draw your chest slightly forward as you bring that right shoulder to the inside of the thigh. Grab the strap with your right hand. Okay. Now the goal in your full bind is to keep the chest lifted with your spine long. So don't worry about how long the strap is. It's way better than dumping your chest and interlacing your fingers. Okay. So again, you want to keep the chest lifted with your spine long. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Straighten that right knee. Inhale, reverse triangle. You can let go of that left arm. Relax it. Come back up to a T. Step your left foot forward and take a few breaths here. Good. We'll go ahead and do the other side. All right, so setting up for warrior two on the other side. Left toes points forward. Walk your right foot out, or back rather. Left heel in line with the back arch. Point your right toe slightly in and bend through the left knee. Good. Point your left knee out. Hug the belly in. Lift up through your side waist, but draw your front ribs in. Core is engaged. Inhale, stretch your arms all out to a T. Imagine reaching for the opposition. Expand through your collarbones. Inhale. Sink deeper on your exhale. Inhale, stretch forward, reach your left hand forward. Exhale, plant your left forearm on top of thigh. Reach your right arm up. every inhale, I want you to try to touch the ceiling with that right hand. Find that nice extension. And as you exhale, peel your right shoulder back. Taking that half bind, internally rotate your right arm. Bend your elbow and place your hand wherever feels best for you. Inhale, reach your chest towards the top of your mat. And as you exhale, twist, open the chest. Good, breathing here. Keep pointing that left knee out. On your inhale, straighten the left knee. Keep the half bind. Reach your left arm up and over. Side body stretch. Keep your tailbone tucked. Square your shoulders. Straighten your left arm. All right, friends, we're going to go back into that full bind in our side angle. You're going to rebend the left knee. Shift forward. Plant your left hand to the inside of the left leg. Okay, so I'm going to demo it on this side again. I'm going to show you the full bind variation. So you're going to keep that half bind with that right arm. Left shoulder to the inside of that left thigh. You're going to bend your elbow back and interlace your fingers. Then you're going to lift your chest and lengthen your spine. So you see how there's no rounding or dumping into the torso or the chest? Everything is pretty lengthened and open here. Right shoulder leans back, chest is open. Okay, so now, if you can interlace the fingers, but your chest is way down here, this is what I see a lot in class. Okay, if you're like this, I rather have you grab your strap and then place the strap in your hands, and then from there widen the strap and then lift the chest. So this is much better than dumping the chest. All right, release the bind. Inhale, reverse triangle. Awesome. All right, come to the center of the mat. You can shake it out. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. All right, friends. We'll take about a few breaths here, so if you need to drop to child's pose, feel free to. One more breath. Setting up for warrior one. You're going to gaze forward. Step your right foot between your hands. Step your left foot forward as much as you need so your left heel is grounded. Okay? So it might be way up here or way back here. Remember, everybody is different and every day is different. So whatever works best for you. Now, once that left heel is fully grounded, pointing the left toes out, you're going to inhale, slowly rise up to warrior one. Keep your shoulders squared by rolling the right ribs back. Draw the front ribs in. Lengthen your tailbone down. So if that means your arms need to go way forward to keep your torso long, it's way better than arms next to the ears with your chest sticking out and lower back arching. Okay? Right knee over the right ankle. Inhale. And exhale. Fly your arms behind you. Interlace all 10 fingers. Inhale, chest expansion. Open the chest. And exhale, humble warrior. Option 1. Right shoulder on top of the right thigh. Drop your head. So the leg stays exactly the same. Option 2. Right shoulder to the inside of that right thigh. And then again, dropping the chest, top of the head towards the floor. Maybe sink deeper into that right knee, then draw your right outer hip back. Lift the arms over your head, get into the shoulders here. Gaze forward and down, then release both hands to the inside of your right foot. Second set of lizard lunge. Walk your right foot out. Now, you're going to bring that right shoulder underneath this right thigh. Okay, so again, always different layers and options. Option 1, you're going to wrap that right shoulder to the inside of that thigh and just tee out that right arm. You go hold here. Hold, keeping the chest lifted. Option 2. Okay, this one gets pretty challenging. You could flip your right palm up, again internally rotating, and place your right hand behind your back. Okay, option 3, got to use a lot of strength. Okay, shift your weight into that right foot. Maybe interlace your fingers behind your back. Good. And then slowly release. Drop that left knee. Walk your right foot over to the left. And we'll take half pigeon pose. Whew, that was a lot. So in your half pigeon pose, let's take 5 breaths here to slow down the breath. Remember, in your half pigeon, hips stay square. Back leg is straight. Stay on top of that left thigh. You could always stay lifted with a block underneath your right hip. Maybe blocks underneath your hands. Or come onto your forearms. Plant your palms, lift your chest. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Go and shake it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, set that left foot forward, going straight into that left side. Set up for your warrior 1. Okay, once you rise, feel free to readjust your feet at any time. Just because you rise up in this position doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. If you get tired, especially your breath starts to get shallow and you need to shorten the stance to make it a little bit easier, do that. Okay, so listen to your body. Roll the left outer hip back. Roll your right inner thigh back. You straighten through that right leg. Inhale. And exhale, interlace the opposite grip if you remember. Inhale, chest expansion. Gaze up. And exhale, humble warrior. Option 1, 2, or 3. You might have to widen the stance here for that humble warrior. Draw that left hip back. Press down into the knife edge of the right foot. Maybe push that left knee out slightly using your left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, release your hands to the inside of the left foot. Setting up for our lizard variation. Okay, so again, option 1. Left shoulder inside of that left inner thigh. Maybe all the way under as you tee out that left arm. Try to lift the chest as best as you can. Option 2, half bind. Option 3, maybe full bind. Try to keep the chest lifted, whether you're in option 1, 2, or 3. And release. Half pigeon pose. Whew, that's a lot in the hips. If you're going to try the birds of paradise, you are definitely going to be ready for it. I'll show you the birds of paradise at the end of class, and I'll break it down for you guys tomorrow. 3 more breaths here in your half pigeon. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's drop down to our knees. Have a seat on our heels. You could always sit on a block or two. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, gentle seated twist to the right. Peel your right shoulder back. Lengthen your tailbone down as you draw your sternum up. Inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, release. Inhale, sit up tall. Keep the tailbone tucked. And exhale, twist to the left. And slowly release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, lift your sternum up, lengthen through your abdominals. And exhale, reach your chest slightly back. But keep lifting up through your lower back. Maybe your hands can touch the floor for some. Can you gaze up, chin off your chest? Last breath. And exhale, come back to seated. Find that neutral spine. Come on to your sit bones. And let's take Supta Baddha Konasana. Legs. Bring the feet in as close to your pelvis. Butterfly your legs. As you inhale, sitting up nice and tall. And exhale, hinge from the hips and folds. Keep the lower back long. Maybe chest stays lifted. But once you find that length, then maybe drop your head and slightly round through the upper back. Inhale, slowly rise. All right, friends, please take your Shavasana. Stay there as long as you need. Or I'll go ahead and show you the birds of paradise really quick. What we're gonna get into tomorrow. Okay, so it's a great hip opener, targets the inner thighs, the glutes. Again, getting a slight lateral side body stretch, twist, shoulders, chest. It works your entire body. Okay, so there's different ways to get into it. I'm just gonna go over it really quick. Tomorrow we're gonna get into it from our side angle. Okay, today I'm just gonna kind of get right into it. Okay, so you're gonna bring your left shoulder to the inside of that left thigh. You're gonna internally rotate the left arm. With that right hand, grab the left hand. You're gonna have to bend the knees to interlace your fingers. Then come onto the tippy toes of that left foot. Bend through the right knee. Find your drishti, your gaze. So somewhere down on the floor, keep your eyes locked there. As you rise all the way up, you're going to start to keep that left knee bent. Chest stays lifted and open. Shoulders are squared. Okay. Otherwise, you could always straighten out that left leg. All right. And I'm going to show you the modification with the strap. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow for our Birds of Paradise. Have a good one.